Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is chocolate raspberry. It's by Boston's Best. I want to finish that up. It's the last pod that I have, and then I did buy the Barissimo chocolate raspberry, but I haven't broken into that yet. So today's high temperature is going to be 54 degrees. But it's very gloomy and very rainy and cloudy out there. So even though it's going to be warmish, it's not going to be a day to really do much outside. So I'm glad I cleaned up the garden yesterday. And in the spring there'll be lots of leaves to clean up. So, but that's okay. Anyway. I don't know what's on my agenda for today yet. I think I'm going to do a little cleaning up, a little sorting here and there. I have a couple gifts that are coming yet. I'll get those wrapped so that I can keep up with things. And try and work a little bit more on my holiday menu. See where I'm going to put what, because that's part of it too, you know, when you have a lot of food out, because I like to make it buffet style. You have to figure out where you're going to put everything, your food and your eating utensils and all that. So, but I actually enjoy doing things like that, making plans for a party, and I'm looking forward to that. My daughter has been hosting most of the holidays. Her house is bigger than mine, and they love to entertain. And for me, you know, it's time to pass on the baton, but I don't mind doing it once in a while for a birthday or Christmas Eve. So I'm looking forward to it. So I got this mug down in Amish country last year. It's so cute. So it's time to break out the Christmas mugs and start using those till January. So, all right, let's give the coffee a taste. I know it's good. One of my favorite flavor combinations is chocolate raspberry. Cheers. It's very good. So I have to make some more dog food today. But that's not a lot of work. So that's one thing I have to do. I have to cook up some rice and veggies. And actually, it is one way to start using up some of the veggies that I have in my freezer. I like to mainly use the mixed vegetables. So anyway, not much else going on today. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. And in the meantime, I will meet you over there at the budget book. Okay, here we are back at the budget book. Well, yesterday I didn't spend any money. I did a little shopping on Instacart. I was looking at Aldi's and I was looking at Myers. I was thinking I was going to buy some Christmas cookies. But I have some in my carts, but I didn't buy them yet. So I want to look around a little more. I looked at Walmart, and they didn't really have anything that I found was interesting. So I don't know. Each cart has about $30 in it. So I may go ahead and purchase those things today because I have 2 free weeks of Instacart to try it out. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, I think I think I pretty much have all my Christmas shopping done. Now, I do want to make a trip to Aldi's at some point and put together a little food basket for my one son and his wife, and of course my granddaughter too. But like I said, I usually gift money, but I like to have a little in-hand Christmas gift as well. So that is progressing nicely. There's not a whole lot yet that I'm going to do. I'm not going to drag out a bunch more things. I'm figuring out what the best way is to store the Christmas stuff. Like I said yesterday, I don't want to keep it up in the attic anymore. It's just too difficult to get it up and down. So I'll be doing away with that, and I've decided to make the one room in the basement into a storage room. It can be used as a bedroom or an office, but there's nobody living down there, so I'm just for now going to turn it into a storage room. I bought a couple of metal shelving units, and that way it'll help me get that basement in order after the fiasco of the mouse problem where I had to tear everything apart, and also the water leak in the bathroom. So it's a real mess down there. And I'm going to start exploring having a professional organizer come in and help me put everything back together, because, you know, a couple years ago that basement was pristine. But sometimes things happen and you just, you know, things fall apart quickly, and that's what happened to me. So now I got to get it back in order. So anyway, yeah, I'll be glad when Christmas Eve and everything. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also going to be glad when all the holiday hustle bustle is over with and I can put the Christmas stuff away and start on a fresh page in as far as my home organizing goes. So lots of things need to go, and you know, sometimes it's out with the old, in with the new. Some people like to keep things forever, and some people like to change it up. We're all different, so you need to carry on with what works for you. But you can't keep everything. You can't keep, you know, all the new stuff and the old stuff. Your house can only hold so much stuff before you have to start getting rid of things. Anyway, that's my opinion, and that's the way I do things. And, you know, if you do things differently, well, as long as it works for you. Whatever works for you is what you should do. So, okay, that's it for my budget book chat for today. All right, time for some afternoon tea. So this morning, I went ahead and I looked up some organizers in my area, and I did find one that she had 5-star reviews. Everybody was singing her praises online, so I gave her a call, and she's coming on Thursday to do an assessment. But now the estimate is free, but she said they usually work 3 hours, 2 people, and she said that's usually enough time to get things organized. I don't know. With my basement, maybe not. But anyway, it'll cost about $375, but that's for 2 people. So I didn't think that was horrible, but I want to wait and see what she has to say before I make a final decision. And if that's the case, I may even do that before Christmas, but I'm not sure. Either that or I'll wait until January coming up. It all depends on what she says. So I'm glad that I went ahead and at least started that ball rolling. And to me, it's worth it if I can get that basement and the garage done within a couple days. To me, that's worth the money. It's money well spent. And I'll just cut back on the groceries. I mean, I still have plenty of food in my stash and in my freezer where I could go 2 or 3 months without shopping. Of course, that doesn't include produce or things like eggs. But, you know, that's a minimal cost if I have to go ahead and and get that stuff once a week. So anyway, yeah, it's just when something weighs on your mind, it's better to just, you know, if you need help, it's better to hire somebody. Like I said, to me, that's money well spent. And if I was younger, I could get it all done myself. But, you know, the clock ticks away, and I'm not getting any younger, and I just don't want that hanging over my head. Now, you know, every once in a while, a couple people say, well, you know, you just have too much stuff. And that's true to a point. But the stuff that I do have out in my living area, I can deal with that. You know, that's not a big deal. It doesn't take me long to dust or vacuum the floor. It's the stuff that's tucked away in a corner somewhere that I really don't need or use anymore. That's the stuff that needs to go. So, and, you know, I mean, some people, they, like I said, they like to keep the same stuff their whole life. They don't want anything new, so they just hang on to what they have. And that's great. That's really a good way to live. But on the other hand, some people, you know, they like to get new things once in a while. So, and it's not like I spend a horrendous amount of money on things, you know, I don't. If it's not on sale or if it's something that I really don't want, I just don't buy it. I mean, I have that choice. It's not like somebody is back there with a whip forcing me to buy something. So, you know, once in a while I'll buy some candles and I'll buy some mugs. And once in a while I buy a tchotchke or I buy some clothes. But, you know, I don't think it's over the top. It's like, you know, it's a reasonable amount. And then I do try to get rid of other things that are no longer useful to me. So one of my friends here on YouTube, Diana by the Beach, she said what she does, and I thought this was such a splendid idea. Instead of making herself a to-do list, what she does is she writes down all the things that she accomplishes during the day. Like, for instance, I started doing that today, and I thought, this is great. So I did my nails. I needed to redo those. I cleaned up the kitchen. I made dog food. I called the organizer, and I partially cleaned my bathroom upstairs. I had stuff on that counter. It's been there for months. It looked awful. And so I cleaned that up, found spaces for that, and it made me feel good. So there again, going back to what will make me feel good today, I think that making a list of things I did goes hand in hand with asking yourself that question. So thanks for that suggestion, Diana. It's a really good suggestion, and it's a positive way to get things done, because, you know, once you look at your list and it's like, oh, I could squeeze in one more thing, or, you know, what else has been bugging me that I want to get done and over with. And then it's psychologically, it's like, oh, good, I can write that down. It's an accomplishment. So praise yourself for accomplishing things. You know, not everybody has somebody around that says, oh, good job, you did a good job today. So some of us have to do that for ourselves. And it makes you feel good. So anyway, I don't know what else I'm going to get done today, if anything. I still have to decide if I want to buy those Christmas cookies. They're not real fancy ones, but some of them are like Pepperidge Farm. We like the Milano cookies. They have chocolate raspberry and chocolate orange, where it's 2 layers of cookies with chocolate in the middle. They have chocolate mint. So that would look nice on a display. And I don't know, I wanted to get something a little bit different rather than only the traditional Christmas cookies. Because this year I'm feeling kind of lazy. I mean, I'm in the holiday spirit, but I don't want, again, a big to-do list of what I want to do. I used to bake Christmas cookies years ago. I baked double batches of 13 different kinds of cookies, and that's when I was a hairdresser, and I used to give some out as gifts to some of my clients and some of my friends. I'd make them a plate, and that was always fun, but it really, when it got closer to Christmas, because you can't make those really, you know, a month ahead of time unless you freeze them, but I don't have that kind of room in my freezers. So when it got to the point where it was getting closer to Christmas, it was like very stressful. So I quit doing that years ago. The pleasure just totally went out the door with that one. But once in a while, I'll make cookies with my daughter. We've done that before, and that's always fun. But not this year. I may make a couple of mixed cookies, you know, in the pouches. I did pick a couple of those up from Dollar Tree, and those are easy peasy. So even if I do those a week before Christmas, that's, you know, good enough. But it's the rollout cookies and the cutout cookies and, you know, all those that are so time consuming. And I really just don't want to spend my time doing that. So, but it was fun while it lasted, but now it's like it's time to move on. And if I have to spend $30 on Christmas cookies, then that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, the organizer is coming on Thursday afternoon, and she can assess my situation. And one nice thing, I read all the reviews. One nice thing that most of the clients said was she is not judgmental at all. You know, so if you're feeling like, oh my God, I don't want anybody to see this, you know, I mean, you don't want somebody that walks in and goes, oh my God, what did you do? And it wasn't even my fault. It was those darn mice. Ugh. But anyway, that's ancient history. Let's move on. So anyway, that's all I have for now. So I'm going to drink my tea and relax for a little bit, and then I'll be back and sign off. All right, well, I got my first Instacart order from Aldi's, and I didn't get a whole lot, but I did get some cookies and some cinnamon rolls. So I ordered 2 more of these chocolate raspberry cream coffees. There's 12 in those, and now I have, I think, 5 packs. So that's plenty, because I'm not going to drink those every day. But last year I kind of missed those because they didn't have them after the holidays. So I have plenty stocked up on those now. And then I actually got these for my grandson. He likes cinnamon rolls, so I wanted to surprise him with those. And then I got these as Christmas cookies, and I have some other ones coming from Meijer later on this evening. I'll have to show you those tomorrow. But what I ordered was the holiday macaroons, and they're chocolate orange, chocolate hazelnut, gingerbread, peppermint, pistachio, and vanilla flavored. So those will be going on the Christmas Eve dessert table. And then I also got these, and these are 2 each of raspberry, vanilla, pistachio, salted caramel, lemon, and chocolate. So that should be plenty. And then from Meijer's, I have Pepperidge Farm cookies coming, the chocolate ones. So that'll be a nice treat, nice Christmas cookies. And I know everybody likes the macaroons and everybody likes the Pepperidge Farm cookies. So I know they'll get eaten. So that was my first Instacart order from Aldi's. And it was very easy, and I'm definitely going to pay for a yearly subscription to Instacart because it saved me a lot of time. All right. Hey, well, I'm at the end of the day of doing things. I did this and that and just little things here and there, but they add up. So it makes my kitchen look nice and my living room looks all nice and straightened up. I have to work a little bit on setting up the dining room table for Christmas Eve. So I'm just putting all the cookies and paper plates and all that on the dining room table, and then I'll set that up nicely. So I'm not even going to bother changing the tablecloth to a Christmas tablecloth this year. Usually I do, but I'm not going to this year. I'm just going to leave it as is. Usually I decorate my lamps, my lights. I have swags that I hang up there, and it looks really nice. But like I said, this year I'm not going up in my attic. I'm going to finish purging stuff up there and switch that around to the basement. And maybe I can get the people that I'm hiring to come in and help me. Maybe I can get them back in the spring and have them help me purge my attic. And just so that it'll be easy for me. So just trying to make life easier. You got to do that as you get older, or you're going to end up with a house that's a mess. And I don't want that. It makes me very uncomfortable and it makes me anxious. So I definitely don't want that. That's the opposite direction of where I want to head. So other than that, I don't even know what I'm having for dinner. I kind of had some leftover macaroni and cheese for a late lunch, so I'm not really very hungry, and I have some salad that I still need to use up, so maybe I'll just have that for dinner. I don't like salads a whole lot in the winter. I'm more towards soups, something warm, but you know, you got to get your greens too, so, and I know you can cook them. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.